To crunch or not to crunch? That is the question. Okay, so first and foremost, ignore all this shit. I'm moving in a couple weeks, but I wanted to make a quick post on this one because I know this is a polarizing topic and it seems to be one of two camps. So one camp is going to be that essentially our core is meant to resist a lot of this movement. So it's more of a stability muscle group. So you'll see those camps doing a lot of anti-movement. So anti-rotation. So things like Palloff presses, anti-lateral flexion, side planks, anti-extensions like normal planks, and then anti-flexion exercises as well. So I think this camp, a lot of in my opinion, they got this from a study that was done on pig spines where essentially they just went through and flexed and extended the spine and saw that there was only so many cycles you can go through without causing wear and tear, essentially. So I think the thought process in this is I don't want to cause wear and tear, but I want to strengthen this as much as I can. So then all these anti-exercises were born. And the only problem I have with this particular camp in this study is it wasn't connected to a brain or a central nervous system or anything like that. And why this is important is you have to remember, as humans, we are surviving and adapting fucking machines. Everything comes down to being able to survive and adapt. So it seems to be whatever stress we place upon us, we do a very good job at building, again, tolerance and capacity to that stress as long as it's graded, okay? So meaning it's small steps. Yes, if you just send a tidal wave of stress, things are going to go wrong, and it doesn't matter if it's trying to curl 500 pounds or trying to rotate with a bunch of weight. It doesn't matter. Something's going to go wrong. But if you slowly grade that exposure to different stress, we generally will build tolerance capacity, and that's what I believe to be true with the spine as well. And now, first and foremost, I belong to this camp for a very, very long time, and I'm not married to any of these ideas, so I might swap camps. I'm cool with doing that. That's totally fine. So then there's camp 2, which again, I do belong to a little bit more, and that is we can train this like any other muscle group. So every other muscle group, you move through a somewhat dynamic range of motion. You're not only doing isometrics for your biceps, right? So the goal here, and kind of my thought process is, I'm all for stability exercise, and I think it's a great place to start, but I think we should build tolerance and capacity to all these different ranges. But it's also being smart about it. I'm not just going to do okay guy who's never done a Jefferson curl, let me just load up 100 pounds or something like that. It's going to be start very, very slow, body weight, or maybe even less than body weight to, again, build tolerance and capacity to all of these ranges, just like we would with a shoulder, just like we would with a hip. But the biggest thing is just being smart about it and progressing slow, and then also the ability to communicate with either yourself and how you're feeling or your clientele to make sure things are going in the right direction. So that's all I have on this one. What camp do you belong? I want to hear all about it.